Hello, I am the Cinema Fanatic, and today I'm going to review Future War. Future War is a 1997 sci-fi action film directed by Anthony Dublin and starring Swedish martial artist Daniel Bernhard. The plot concerns a human slave who escapes from his cyborg captors and travels to Earth. There, he gets help from a woman named Anne and her friends. Together, they pit themselves against the cyborgs and their pet dinosaurs. So at first glance, this film looks like a generic made-for-TV movie. But then you start to notice something. The people who made this movie had absolutely no idea what they were doing. Okay, maybe some of them knew what they were doing. I buy that the photographer and the lighting director knew what they were doing, but nobody else. The movie begins with a scene that takes place later in the film. Then, during the opening credits, we only see random shots of stuff. Then after the opening credits, we are given exposition text. Then we are told that what is taking place 4 days earlier. Sense. This movie has none. During the exposition scenes, Anne starts to narrate over the exposition with exposition.
He was so honest when the Bible explained to him about the heavens.
There is a scene where Anne and the runaway, yeah, that's what Daniel Bernhard's character is called, the runaway. Well, anyway, they appear to get arrested, but they aren't taken to the police station, they're taken to a T-Rex attack. Then the runaway is taken to prison, and he has a flashback to stuff we've already seen. Speaking of confusing, the editing in this film is horrendous. I already mentioned the horrible opening, but that's not all. There's a bit where we cut to the cyborg ship for no reason. Just a few seconds of spaceship, then back to Earth. The worst editing blunder happens when this big white guy turns into a thin black guy for a second, and then turns back into himself. Did they think we would not notice? The direction in this film is weird. I mean, it's okay for the most part, but then we get scenes like this. The cyborg is going around shooting up the police station, and he hits the policewoman. Then a man in black runs to the room and starts shooting at the wall behind the policewoman. Why is he shooting at the wall? And why do we keep cutting back to the cyborg like he's watching all of this take place? That guy should be shooting at the cyborg, but no, he's shooting at the wall. Like, take this scene which takes place inside of a warehouse. You will notice that there are cardboard boxes all over the place. And when they are knocked over, they are obviously empty. But the director thought it would be a good idea to add sound effects to make it sound as if the cardboard wasn't empty. Like the sounds of glass breaking and the sounds of metal clanking. But it's pretty bloody obvious that they don't have anything in them. And the punching sound effects are wimpy. I mean, when I watch a movie like this, I expect to hear kung fu sound effects, not these. In fact, I'm gonna fix this movie. I'm gonna fix it for them. Also, this film's title, Future War, is a complete lie. The film does not take place in the future at all. Basically, what happens is that the cyborgs have enslaved humanity in the future, and they also have the ability to travel back in time. That's how they got the dinosaurs. And I'm also under the assumption that perhaps they go back in time to kidnap people and enslave them in the future. So the main bulk of the story takes place at the time this film was made, 1997. I guess they couldn't think of a better title. The acting also sucks too. Listen.
Gone on a rampage. The body found here at 3rd Street makes 4 deaths in 6 hours.
Captain, there are employees still in the plant at the back of a storeroom from the 5th Street warehouse, where there has been a reported animal attack.
Then there are times when we see something that's supposed to represent something, but we don't know that's what it's supposed to represent. Interesting line of dialogue. For instance, see this big black area? That's supposed to be a hole. And this is supposed to be a night scene. The director sets up sequences in random places, like here. Why are they on a train? The special effects and props range from bad to what? The dinosaur props are obviously made of rubber, and that camera is obviously made of cardboard. The only effects that work here are the space scenes. And I'm led to believe that that's what they spent all of the effects budget on. The worst thing about this movie, other than everything else, are the sets. Well, some of them. I mean, look at how chintzy these look. They look as if they can be knocked down with a tap of your finger. So yeah, this film sucks. It sucks hard. I wouldn't watch it. Except if someone paid you $1 billion to do so. Then you could risk it. But other than that, no. I'll see you next time.
I opened my mouth at you.